Well, a lot of territory to cover, that's for sure. We do it every day here to make sure you are the best educated audience in media. We do work very hard for you. My next guest is Adam Hardage, a combat veteran, former CIA operations officer. And from Epstein to AI lies, the blackmail blueprint now targets the next generation. The blackmail blueprint. What is it? Let's bring on Adam and find out. Good morning.
Hi, how you doing, Steve? Nice to see you this morning.
I'm good to have you here. I talked to Bob before the break. Look, Bob, look at the pictures we got of you. Yeah, we got this, and if you don't do exactly what we say, these pictures are going to be going viral here in about 15 minutes. I mean, that's one way. Is that what you're talking about? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, well, so the book is the Alpha Blueprint, and it's about guiding the next generation into the AI future. But what you're talking about is really one of the oldest tricks in the book, and that's simple blackmail, which, you know, in the case of what's on the news these days, Jeffrey Epstein running I believe, what was the single largest and most prolific blackmail, sex trafficking, human trafficking, information peddling ring on the planet, with some of the most powerful men and even women, from what I understand, on the payroll, so to speak. So
yeah, you've got Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, Larry Summers, Hakeem Jeffries. I don't think the Democrats are going to get out of this demand for a release of the files that they were expecting. It might be a big bag of surprises, ones they don't like. What are your thoughts?
I think so. You know, it's people speculate, and they ask me all the time because, oh, you know, you're a former CIA, and this you must know something about. I mean, I don't know anything more than anybody else does, because the way that intelligence operations work is everything's compartmentalized. So if somebody down the hall was working, let's say Epstein was, or this was some part of some broader intelligence agency cabal. I mean, unless I was part of that program, I wouldn't know anything about it. And I will tell you, assuredly, I was not, nor would I ever be a part of something like that. I believe wholly in the Constitution, the rule of law, the oath of office that we take, and I answer to my Creator, and that's about it. But I think what you're seeing is truly the face of evil manifested on the planet, and that's when it comes to hurting children. You know, I don't understand a crime anywhere that couldn't be worse than hurting an innocent child.
I agree with that. You know, here's the thing. You talk about this social media and so forth being the new battlefield. It really is. I see things every day that you look at, and I know that's BS. I'll fact check some of them and prove that I'm right, just to go, you know, that's nonsense. That's not real. Yet I wonder how many people look at such posts and go, oh, really? Oh, yeah. And they go and they regurgitate complete fiction about God only knows what, because they saw it on Instagram or wherever. And to me, it's heartbreaking, Adam. How do we raise such a group of basically robots? Oh, yeah, it said it on the internet. It must be true. I mean, really? If it said it on the internet, it's probably not true.
Well, so information flows so fast these days that it's easy for people to see something that's sensational, pick it up and just forward it to a friend or forward it to their group, or maybe it amplifies the narrative that they're looking for. And that's kind of one of those cognitive human biases that all people suffer from. You know, I've found myself falling in the same trap before, and you're like, oh, come on, man, you're better than this. You know these tricks, you know this stuff. But I think we're just all kind of prone to it. But what's crazy is, so we live in a world where by the time you can even swipe your Instagram screen up, or your X feed or whatever it is that you're looking at, the algorithms can have already changed what you're about to see or what you're about to be offered based on things such as how long your eyeballs stayed on the screen on the last thing you saw, or how long you hovered or listened to that presentation from that one post. So those things are updating in real time, and it's truly scary technology, to where now things are so, the deep fakes and the AI video and AI, even music. I mean, my kids are having a ball creating AI music out of a single prompt where they can basically say that they're the best in the world at anything.
Sure.
But while that's a really cute use of it, it's also, the implications of it are far broader than that.
And I want to touch on those videos a little bit. Look, videos they get better every day. And so here a few months ago, I've told people this story. Ivy, my wife, sent me a commercial read for a client, right? A radio spot. I listened to it. It was really good. except I never read it. I never did it. And she said, yeah, I uploaded some sampling of your voice, gave it a script, sounded exactly like me sitting here today. How frightening.
Yeah, well, not only that, but so we're moving into an era where you will be able to license out your likeness. You'll be able to license out your digital twin or your digital avatar. And that has some positive and some very negative implications as well. But I go into my book, The Alpha Blueprint, a lot about. I say the core premise of this is that AI has, in essence, democratized PhD level intelligence worldwide for $20 a month. So what that means is we're now all driving the intellectual equivalent of a Ferrari or Lamborghini, and so in a race like that, when we are all taken from, let's say we're at this level, AI takes us well beyond potentially even this level. There are good implications and there are bad implications. And so what I do is I go in the book and my book is not trying to tell people, put your head in the sand, ignore the technology. It's also not trying to tell them, here's the next prompt you need to use, or here's how you should use the tool. What it is trying to give kids, and more specifically though, parents a way to step into this conversation with their kids. Because I look at my 10-year-old daughter, my 7-year-old son, and I'm like, well, I can't honestly tell them, go work for a Fortune 500 company for 30 years, expect that Medicare and Social Security are going to be there for you. Be sure to invest, wisely in your Roth IRA, your 401k. I think that ship has sailed. And so what do they do? How do they stay relevant in the real world and in the new world as they're moving forward? And that's what the Alpha Blueprint is all about. I was very honored that General Flynn was willing to endorse the book, my old boss, and he was kind enough to write the foreword for it. And I think it's just a prescient conversation that every parent needs to be having with their kids right now.
I agree
and a
with
lot
that.
of parents just don't know how to have that conversation.
Don't trust that stuff. What excites me the most about this, Adam, is that I'll get some NIL money. That's what excites me. NIL money for Steve. Name, image, and likeness, right? If you can rent yourself out and you're just basically you're a 3D, right? You're not real. But if I can make some extra side hustle without hustle, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating book, by the way. The Alpha Blueprint. Adam Hardage. I'm glad that General Flynn was involved with this. All good news. I'm going to see him here in a couple of weeks. I'm excited about that, too. Thank you for being here. Come back anytime because all of these are a threat to our children, to our grandchildren, to our future. I mean, if there's just basically it's a flood going down the river, and people just chuck things in it and go, oh, see if that catches, and man, it just gets by us. Adam, thank you for being here.
Absolutely. God bless, and thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the way I think about it. It's a flow of information. It's a river full of stuff, and it's moving fast. It's like a big flood, and people just throw things in. Oh, I wonder if they'll see this. I wonder if they'll see that. Fact check things, people. If it doesn't seem right, it doesn't sound right, fact check it. That's where AI can actually help you sometimes. I do it all the time. I'll take a clip off a social media post, and I'll say, is this true? Bam. Nope, false. Nope, false. I get it 25 times a day. No, that's false. I check all sorts of things. You should do the same. This is the Steve Gruber Show.